Good evening. We're going to start in about 30 seconds. Mr. Manager, you want to grab a spot? Awesome. I want to welcome everybody here to the City Hall Council Chambers. We're here to honor Bishop Stanley Chote. Something probably long overdue, but as you can tell by the crowd that's here and by the councilors that are also here, we also are joined by our City Manager Tom Golden, our Assistant City Manager Sean Machado, and our Police Superintendent Greg Houdon. We're going to try to change up a little bit this term, and instead of doing a mayor's reception room, we want to bring it into the council chambers, which I think can be televised, can fit more people. Which, lucky for us tonight, we did that because look at this huge crowd, and it's better, I think, for the community and for the person that we're here to honor. And at this point in time, I can't think of anybody better to honor Bishop Chote. With that being said, I'm going to pass it off to my colleague, Councilor Corey Robinson.
Thank you. Speaking with my good friend, David Chote, we did this last year too. And every year we scratch our brain and look, who in the community is doing what? And in recognition of Black History Month, I'm honored to have brought this name forward. This gentleman, it's one thing to have an idea. It's a whole nother thing to turn that idea and that vision into a reality. And that reality is providing something that can help so many in the community. And I think the work speaks for itself with this man. And I think it's truly humbling to see the perseverance that he has shown to so many. And I just say thank you for this opportunity to bring this man forward. And as you look around the council chamber, there's many, I'm sure, that feel the same way. So it's my honor. And I'd like to pass it off to Carlissa Chote to tell you a little bit more about this man. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Ms. Chote, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I have the distinct honor to read the bio for Bishop Stanley O. Chote. Bishop Stanley O. Chote was born in 1944 in York, South Carolina. He is a 1963 graduate of Lowell High School and was an incredible athlete. He attended Hesser College, majoring in computer science, but discontinued to enter full-time ministry. He is a scholar both in the Old and New Testament. Bishop Chote met his wife, Ruth, and it has been said that he walked from Lowell, Massachusetts, all the way to Nashua, New Hampshire, just to see her. Now that's called love, right, y'all? Bishop Stanley and Ruth Chote, speaking of love, will be celebrating their 60th year of marriage in May. In September of 1969, Bishop Stanley and Ruth Newman Chote were ordained and installed as interim pastors over the NEP Church of God in Christ, located on 116 Howard Street in Lowell, Mass, under the bishopric of Bishop S.D. Newman. The church began to grow beyond capacity, and 1 year later, 53 Blossom Street became the new home for NEP Church of God in Christ. In 1984, the church was renamed to New England Pentecostal Ministries. In 1987, once again, Bishop Chote and his wife were faced with outgrowing another facility. And that same year, the Lord awakened Bishop Chote, instructing him to purchase the present location of 327 Gage Hill Road, now renamed to 955 Bridge Street in Pelham, New Hampshire. Bishop Chote overcame many challenges and did not let them deter him from his path as a leader at home and to those in the community through determination and perseverance. Through faith, resilience, and dedication, Bishop Chote's accomplishments include founder of the Greater Awareness Bible College, chairperson of the New England Coalition for Racial Harmony, the Northeastern Christian Fellowship, a gathering of churches coming together for Christian unity, fellowship, and support. He is the overseer of 5 churches: Healing Springs Ministries in Newberry, New Hampshire, Emmanuel Temple of Hope in Tingsboro, Mass, Crosstown Church International in Boston, Mass, NEP Pelham, New Hampshire, NEP House of Praise in Manchester, New Hampshire. Bishop Chote, along with his wife, have collectively written study books for marriage, singles, and leadership. He is an accomplished playwright, composer, and poet. He has a recording entitled Raise the Praise. He has also authored 2 books, Battle for the Mind and To the Call, and currently working on his 3rd. In October 2019, Bishop Chote was the victim of gun violence. However, he never wavered in his faith, and he remained strong in faith, a true example of integrity and an inspiration to us all. He has been faithful and a godly example to many, but especially his family, his extended family, and friends. He and his wife, Ruth Newman Chote, have instilled the same faith in their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren who currently work in ministry, carrying out the legacy of faith. John, their oldest son, he plays the guitar for both churches, NEP Pelham and NEP House of Praise in Manchester. His son, Pastor Mark, is currently pastoring NEP House of Praise in Manchester, along with his wife, Pastor Andrea. Minister Laurie Babb, his daughter, is the praise and worship leader. Minister Willette Canaan, their niece, who became a daughter to them, operates as the pastor's aide. Pastor Lee, their youngest, was appointed as bishop's successor of NEP Pelham, along with his wife, Pastor Marcia. We honor and acknowledge Bishop as a pillar in this community and a faithful leader, having over 50 years in ministry, 60 years of marriage to his beautiful wife, Bishop Ruth. His impact has reached locally and beyond. Thank you. And we would like to honor his beautiful wife, Bishop Ruth Newman, Newman Chote, who has stood by his side all of these years.
Thank you, Mr. Chote, for that wonderful description of the bishop. Bishop, this is your evening. We are here for you. Would you like to stand up, be recognized, and say a couple of words?
Good evening, everybody. I'm honored to be here tonight and just so humbled by just what has been put together by you here in Lowell. I am overwhelmed. Yeah, and I did walk to Nashville a couple of times. But I remember when I first got here, I think it was 57, and I attended Butler Junior High School. Some of you might know where that is. They tore it down now and built a brand new edifice. But it was never my intention to stay here when I came up here during that Christmas vacation. It was just how the will of God. We can never tell what our lives are going to be. I never would imagine that I would still be here being a Carolina cotton picker, literally, and here I am standing before this congregation, this group, and being honored tonight. It's humbling. And I do thank all these years my lovely wife, Stan Roof, and just let them see who I'm talking about again. You would have walked to Nashville too. But being here in Lowell was part of the high school athletic program. Played a little bit of football till I realized that it was a winter sport. Coming from the Carolina, then I played basketball and a little bit of baseball. But it was very interesting coming from Carolina during that time because we were still segregated. And coming up here, I was totally just shocked by the openness of this community to receive us as a community in this time. My siblings had preceded me in coming up here, and I came up here just to visit. Here I am, 60-some years later, and being honored. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? But I do want to say to all you, I appreciate you, my family, my church family, the community, some of the folks that are going back years here that I've known over the time. And all those up there is honored. I am just honored by you. And I appreciate the city of Lowell, the mayor, and all the officials to take this time to just say thank you for the service. And it was by the grace of God that he enabled me to be here an encourager for our community, not only the black, but all the community. We've been here for, and we are still going strong. And thank you again. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I love you.
Bishop, thank you for your words of inspiration, your service, and your sense of community. Tremendous story that you told. And again, it's an example of what we are as a city, and you are a shining star of that. So thank you very much. So with that being said, we do have an official citation from the city. A lot of it is very similar to what Mrs. Chote spoke earlier when her description of you, your career, your family, your service. We also have a new resident Lowell photographer, Mr. Robinson's here. And what he's going to do is he's going to come up here because there's so many people. And he's going to take a picture of all of us out here. So Bishop, one more time, if you could just come to the center between Councilor Janessa and Councilor Mercer. You can stand right there. We'll all gather behind him, and Mr. Robinson will take some pictures. Thank you very much.
I do want to say one more thing. I thank God for my nephew, David Chote, who I think spearheaded this. I appreciate him so much. Thank you. Thank you, David. And his assistants that worked with him. Thank you. Right here. They let us in the gate. Come on, come on. Enjoy your night.
Let me sneak by so I can get the picture. You still in there?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, you can take those down. Or just fold them down a little. There you go.
Come on in front of me. You look.
I have a super zoom for this. Yeah, let's get the mayor in there.
Yes.
Do you need to stand up somewhere? Do you need to stand up somewhere?
No, I'm good. I'm good. That's good.
Anybody feel free to come up. We have some refreshments over here on the table. Help yourself.
I know.